Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Mike.
And I'm Zach.
This is Zach. We're gonna do 10 bots, 10 shots, but we're kind of babies about it. So I'm doing 5 shots and 5 bots.
And I'm also doing 5 shots and 5 bots.
So 10 together.
We were drinking before this for another podcast.
We've been drinking.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So how this works is we've each chosen 5 Transformers out of a collection. We've not doubled up on any, so we're not gonna be doing that to you. There are 5 unique Transformers: third party, single party, second party, whatever, all kind of parties. We're gonna be drinking and talking about Transformers and looking at the camera, not the screen. That's the hard part. I'm gonna start.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start
Yeah.
it. This I'm drinking. Why not? I'm drinking Crown Royale. It's my whiskey of choice. Those Canadians.
I'm gonna pop up screen and go grab my bottle when we get in the shot. But I'm here. And go.
Oh.
Ooh! There's something about drinking when you've been drinking that makes drinking.
All of that is true. Everything you just said. So, my first bot that I've chosen today. This is Warbotron, which is a third-party Transformers. My only third-party. I'm starting off with this because you don't want to be messing with third-party Transformers while you're wasted.
Note, I picked several third-party Transformers for this operation. I might be regretting this later on.
You did. But like they're not. I wouldn't say they're fragile, but they're expensive. They're expensive. This guy right here, I think, retails for about $95 or so.
I think 95 to 100.
95 to 100, depending on where you get it. So this is a third-party version of Afterburner. He's kind of a Batman cycle from the Dark Knight movie.
He really is.
He looks exactly like the Batman cycle, but Afterburner is traditionally a motorcycle, and he's got the wheels. I like him. He looks good. He's blatantly orange. I'm colorblind.
He's honestly way bigger than I thought he would be.
He's huge.
Yeah.
I feel like he's way out of scale with the rest of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to transform him. If you want to talk, I'm gonna go ahead and take off these guns.
Another thing I was gonna say was the only problem I had with the Warbotron line. I think they've been great so far. I love the Bruticus and everything, but I wish they had cooler names. Like
Definitely.
He's like, because Bruticus is like Warbotron 01 or
01.
something.
That's
and
it. There's no name for him.
And this is like Warbotron 03.
03.
So
because
what the
02 is gonna be Menasor. I don't know if they're still gonna do it or not.
Yeah. But it's just kind of weird that they would throw. They would. I mean, like, even though I think the TFC ones were kind of weird, I like that they all had like a theme. Like they were all Greek gods. Like there was Prometheus and Ares and Uranus, I guess, which is a Greek god. But
like it's cool when they have a name. This guy does not have a name.
But here's the thing, like, there's like other planets that aren't Uranus, like Mercury and stuff, and they chose Superion as like Uranus.
I guess.
Yeah,
My Anos?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any TFC.
I just want to point out there's a little bit of parts forming here.
Yeah.
I don't know what these are for other than they kind of complete the cycle.
I don't. Do you own any TFC?
I actually don't own any. I don't own any TFC
that's,
figures.
I mean, because we got into the whole third-party deal, but I don't think either of us ever got into that guy because I think that they pretty much were doing combiners all the time.
Yeah, I can't think of any TFC figure that isn't a combiner.
Let me correct this if we're wrong.
Yeah, please do. But they did Uranus, which is Superion. And they did Ares.
The second or third Predaking.
Predaking.
Order that you were on. Hercules.
They did Hercules.
And they did Prometheus, which is their Defensor.
No, that's actually Mucky Toys.
No, they're doing theirs now. There is a TFC Defensor.
Really?
Yeah, there is.
Since when?
Yeah, it's been a.
Why are they calling it Prometheus too? Because that's absolute. No, it's Guardia.
Yeah.
You're absolutely. No, you're right. No, you're right. It is Prometheus. I forgot.
Yeah,
I actually know that.
Yeah.
I think it looks awful.
Yeah,
it looks weirdly chunky.
It's super chunky.
Yeah,
that's like one of the few times where Hasbro's actually kind of come through with being the superior figure. Like, so what do you change? He was a really quick changeover.
You know, he's not hard. He's not hard. I there's a couple of places where I'm a little hesitant. I suppose is a good way to put it. And these things you kind of just clip on wherever. I've seen people clip them on to his feet. I've seen people clip on his shoulders. I kind of like putting him on the shoulders, kind of bulk the shoulders out a little bit. People put them on his arms, but I kind of like the way this looks.
Yeah, that's a cool gun.
On the little guns on the arms. So I don't like doing that. So there's a couple things about this guy. He's an easy transformation for a third party. But I feel like Warbotron in general, they don't have hard transformations.
Yeah.
So this is turbo ejector. This is his robot mode. There's a couple things
he's light speed.
No, he's afterburner.
He's afterburner. Sorry.
His head doesn't hide away. It just gets covered. But if you look underneath it, he's got very strong visible head syndrome, which is kind of a pet peeve for me. Like, you can't engineer it to flip it under or something. It bugs me when they can't be bothered to hide the head anymore. There's a couple things I love. I love the paint job. The guns here have like a brush effect here, where it's kind of like black up here, like it's like an exhaust. I like the kibble. I really like the kibble a lot with the wheels and the wheel on his back.
What do you think chairs are like for the kibble-born Transformer? The Transformers.
Maybe they have to have special chairs.
Yeah, there's like
that's a kibble accessible chair.
Yeah, so there's like a U-shaped hole in the chair for this big honking wheel in the back.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. Anyway, he's a good figure. I think I got him off TF Source. I got him because he came out in the middle of when the Warbotron, the Bruticus, unexpectedly. And I love Computron, so I figured I had to get him, and I don't regret it. I like him. I feel like he's a solid figure. He looks good. He's got good proportions. He's got great articulation. He's gonna become an arm, but just like the other Warbotron, I figure the hand will probably come with Scattershot.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looks good. He looks good on the shelf. He's a good color. He's good proportions. His light piping is really cool. You can't see it because I don't have a light, but it's very orange. Anyway, so that's Warbotron's Turbo Ejector, which is their homage to Lightspeed.
Doesn't it bug you when people throw it homage? It's a homage.
It's a homage.
Zach's turn. My guy. I am drinking 1800.
Chambord?
Responsibly. Tequilas.
Tequila.
Ever had Indian food earlier? This is gonna hurt. Coming.
Yum. You like it? Yum. If you want, we have got water chaser. If you feel like you need it.
Wrong hole. For my guy, I chose Fans Project Code.
Also third party. Fans Project, are they the same as Maki Toys?
This guy was kind of cool because I kind of wrote him off because they're kind of blocky, but I got him because I wanted a Chrome Dome. I've been reading more than meets the eye. I wanted a Chrome Dome.
IDW Fit Comics Chrome Dome take.
But I mean, they have it very much based on the original G1 Mo.
It looks good. It definitely looks good. It's weird when you see things on pictures online. It's hard to kind of put them in in hand what it looks like. It's definitely different. And it looks good. I kind of want to get it now.
I mean, it's one of those guys where you kind of write him off, but the transformation's really interesting because there's parts that you wouldn't imagine kind of come out.
Yeah.
He's a headmaster, so there's you can't see him until I open the thing, but his guns tilt back, so that'll be nice. And then you can kind of
meow.
I guess transform.
Yeah.
Right. So first of all, let's take out. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get the steering wheel out.
I like that there is a steering wheel though. It's not just because in the toys, in the original toys, they were just guys in holes.
Yeah.
In the figure, this guy, there's an actual cockpit in there with a steering wheel and shit.
See, little tiny man who was in the vehicle.
Spoiler: he becomes the head. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to spoil it.
This is my second or third time transforming this guy.
You didn't practice that coming over?
I should have. I didn't. I really should have. So, yeah, he's one of those guys where everything just kind of fits in place, which is weird. I think I'm totally screwing up a step here, though.
I believe in you.
Yeah, I don't believe.
This is me currently believing in you.
Really?
Yeah, why not? I don't have anything better to do right now.
Yeah, that's true. Wait.
How do his legs work? How do legs work?
Because I don't.
Do they move over?
Oh wait. I'm dumb. It does it.
Oh, what?
I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I forgot.
He forgot a step. So we'll edit it out to make him look like he doesn't suck at transforming his own figure.
I totally suck at transforming. You can keep that in.
Fine. Done.
Live your life.
Live my life. It's my life, and it's now or never.
Are we really doing this?
Nope.
Nope. Really?
That was the end of it.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I was kind of hoping you keep going.
I don't wanna live forever.
So like he's got these fancy feet.
Yeah, I like his feet.
Yeah, his fancy feet stuff's really nice. His arms are like the coolest part.
Yeah, lift it up a little bit because it's got to be in the shot.
He's got this weird junky thing. So arms do this cool thing where
They go like.
Yeah, he's basically elbow.
But without the head part.
Yeah, he's kind of doing this cool like He-Man Masters of the Universe kind of vibe.
I love He-Man. I'm glad you chose this one first while you're only kind of drunk.
Oh my god, I'm really glad.
Like, this would be awful if you were like 4 shots in, you're like, I don't know what is going on. I like how the guns have stayed on, like you haven't taken them off.
Yeah, that's part of the transformation. So this is the coolest part about his transformation mode, for me. So, he's got his chest down here that slides on this thing. You just line it up correctly, and the chest slides up into place.
That's pretty rad.
And now his pelvis, and it slides off the chest piece onto the crotch, so you can rotate the waist. That's part of the transformation.
That's pretty cool.
So then we just put his fist back down.
How much is this guy?
Depends on where you look for him. I've seen him for like 70-ish.
I kind of want to get him now. I like him. Like, he looks good.
Yeah. So now we need to give him a head.
Gonna transform a little dude on camera.
I really should have.
It just folds up. He just goes like.
Yep, he just slides down into place. Which I really should have practiced more. Right, and here
that looks so good.
The robot mode.
I love how
kind of Project Code.
He's kind of plain, almost kibble free.
Yeah.
He just looks like a robot.
Yeah. And he's got, the only thing that kind of bums out about him is he's got kind of limited shoulder mobility this way, but he's decently old as far as the third party. The other problem, he doesn't have an ankle tilt that we got used to later.
Yeah, we've been spoiled by ankle tilts.
But he's got nice posability around here.
I definitely like he looks like a robot.
Yeah,
I like that.
He doesn't really have a lot of the more than meets the eye trappings, which would
like the big shoulder things. Yeah.
Chrome Dome is a character I did not give a shit about.
No, absolutely not.
More than the comics,
yeah.
Because I didn't really care about Headmasters at all,
except
the Decepticon monsters. He's one of those ones you go into thinking $70, like I don't know, but after you get him,
worth 70?
Yeah, I'm completely happy about him. Like he is great in my collection. He scales well. He's smaller than Generations Brainstorm, the Hasbro one, which is kind of a bummer.
So he's deluxe scale.
Yeah, I mean he scales.
Which is one of the figures I chose.
Yeah,
by the way.
But he looks great, and I really just got to find the right rewind for him.
Yeah.
So
you have to have a rewind when you have a Chrome Dome because
Fans Project Code Dome.
Code Dome. Next one.
Next one.
Just for those paying attention at home, look at this and be like, that's only half a shot. No, this glass is a double shot glass, and I'm not doing 2 shots
just
for
like
one
this
bot.
one.
I'm not doing 2 shots for one bot.
10 shots, 10 bots.
I'm not doing 10 shots, 5 bots. So this is 1 shot. Thank you very much. Anyway, so my turn again. This is shot number 2.
We should have done this the first time.
We should have. I don't know why.
Just get it out.
So spicy.
Yeah, so spicy.
So, for my second Transformer, I've chosen Transformers Prime First Edition Bulkhead. And I love Transformers Prime. It's probably, I mean, nostalgia aside, it's my favorite cartoon.
Oh, it's a really good cartoon.
It's a solid cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, if you can get past the first season with the human characters, which are really annoying.
There's the lull because there's so many episodes.
There's so many episodes.
But see, when season 2 hits, oh man.
So, Transformers Prime had this really weird phase where right when they came out with figures, it's like, I don't even know the story, honestly, but Hasbro's like, nope, we're going to simplify everything. So they have now, like, first edition figures and then, like, the regular figures that came out. So this is the first edition bulkhead, and there's a different bulkhead that came out, like a Power Raiser bulkhead or something. And they're completely different as far as the transformation, how they look. And this is fantastic. The engineering in this, I mean, look at just how compact. This thing is small, but the robot it turns into is pretty big.
I was gonna say, I remember seeing that on your shelf, thinking that is a really huge bulkhead.
He's huge, but he just transforms so small. And I remember watching the cartoon, thinking like, I really want a Bulkhead figure. Like Bulkhead, he looks cool. He's got a cool transformation, and it's like a weird mixture between like a regular Transformer and the Michael Bay designs. So anyway, I'm gonna start getting him transformed. He's a really complicated transformation. I probably should have done him first while I was a little more sober.
I'm gonna say I know a lot of people don't like animated. I like parts of animated. It's one of those shows where like the beginning lulls, but once they gotta get into self-referencing stuff,
once they
really
establish
good.
it, yeah.
And I loved that Bulkhead was there first. Yeah. And then they just really loved that character.
He's such a good character.
And I love Bill Fabernicki,
whatever his name is.
The guy from Coach.
Yeah.
/ Patrick from SpongeBob.
Right.
I love him. So
I'm Patrick.
Yeah, I'm really glad that they did him, but I'm glad that they made him a serious character.
Yes.
In Prime, I'm glad that
he's a completely different character in Prime than he is in the animated.
When you think about it, like he's from animated.
Yeah.
And even Ratchet's design in Prime is vaguely
very similar. Yeah.
It's like they were like, we really liked a lot about animated, but we just can't do the series.
They wanted to be a little more serious, I guess, for this. I would say they definitely made Prime a little bit more for the collectors. I would say maybe not 100%, but I definitely feel like it's got a lot more throwbacks to the original. Keep talking. I kind of forgot how this goes.
Don't worry, I did the same thing. About so this Bulkhead though was not the mass retail one, right?
No. So that happens sometimes because this joint's really tight.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at that. There's definitely some
stress in there.
Some stress on that.
Shouldn't transform anymore.
Nope. This will be the last time I transform Bulkhead.
Great thing about Transformers, they get stress marks when they're overly complicated. But
great thing?
Yeah.
That's the great thing about them?
Well, I guess then you don't waste time transforming them.
That's true. That definitely lets me know that I should not be transforming Bulkhead anymore.
So do you know the difference between this and the mass retail one?
So, well, yeah. Mostly the transformation was simplified.
Because you honestly powered through this pretty well. Like, I expected this to take a little bit longer from your preface, but...
well, it's not perfect. I think I missed some steps here and there, and I'll probably go back through when I'm a little more sober.
Yeah, but for the purpose of what we're doing.
But for the purpose of what we're doing, that's him.
Look at that jaw.
Yeah, I'm gonna get close in on that jaw.
Right.
The only thing that could have made it better is if it moved, I guess. But I love how big he is, and in comparison to the tiny truck. I mean, it wasn't a tiny truck, but it wasn't this big.
No.
So he's like spot on from the cartoon. He's big, bulky. He's got panels everywhere. He's got long arms, short legs. He's a bruiser. He's a wrecker.
If you were to cosplay as any Transformer,
it would be Bulkhead. Oh, definitely Bulkhead.
Yeah, that'd be the easiest to go.
Not even a question. I'd be Bulkhead. And then he's got his little mace here. The only thing I'm really missing is I really want Breakdown. But yeah, anyway, this is Bulkhead. Definitely like him. I got him for my birthday. And when I say that, I mean my parents sent me money, like an Amazon gift card for my birthday, and I used that to buy this. Yeah. So I got him for my birthday.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. So that's Bulkhead. That's my second one. Your turn.
All right.
Come by. Go. You almost. That was like 3/4. That was like higher. Oh, you got it. Look at you. What a stud. This is my friend Zach, the stud. He's not single, ladies. But if you're a guy, you can make exceptions.
Yeah, we'll do things. I chose for my follow-up, Universe.
That's definitely Universe. No, that's the one from the 2-pack.
Reveal the Shield, Cyclonus.
That's the one from the 2-pack with Rodimus, right?
Yeah. I originally had the Universe Cyclonus that when I got this guy with the 2-pack, I didn't open it for a while and then decided I was tired of holding on to bullshit. So I gave him my universe one.
Was that Christmas or my birthday or
something.
something? Yeah.
And
Birth Christmas.
The only reason I kept this color one is because I'm a whore for Cyclonus and or Galvatron, so I wanted to show accurate
this one's more
colors
cartoon accurate.
to jerk off to. So
I like the paint job on Nightstick.
Oh yeah, so there's actually two guys in this transformation.
Oh.
Just kind of like I did with my Headmaster.
Yeah. He's doubling up.
They gave him the Target Master mode. This is fantastic plane mode, which honestly they've done other Cyclonuses.
Cyclonus Eye?
Yeah. Fucking great mode. Like, this is honestly one of my favorite just little transformers to just screw around with. Like, the transformation is just really silly and fun. You can screw it up, but it's easy to get back to where you stopped, so I'll just dive into
Let's do it.
One disclaimer is I realized I never transformed this guy prior to this when I transformed him back into jet mode because I had the other one before it. So when I just opened the package,
transformed mine. Yeah.
So like I couldn't get this nose cone out, so I had to have him help me.
I got him out.
And even there's like some paint scuff on there from
I
trying
didn't
to get
do
out.
that.
No, but it doesn't matter because it's gonna go right back into Robots mode. So I'm gonna pop off the old Nightsticks.
Now, would you say Cyclonus is your second favorite?
It's hard to say because he was my. I like his character.
Yeah.
A lot
over
more.
Galvatron.
I like what they did with him in More Than Meets the Eye and stuff.
The comic.
I really love him.
I love the whole Cyclonus tailgate dynamic they have in the comic. He's a good transformation. Like, he's not super straightforward and easy, but he's not overly complicated.
Yeah, and once you've done it a couple times, he gets a lot easier to screw around with. Like, that's his thing. Like, he's not a bad transformer. His transformation's not entirely simple, but it's just he is literally the universe follow-up, or Reveal the Shield in this case follow-up, because I'm gonna reveal his shield.
Whoa, he's got that.
He's a thing.
He's a thing.
And fantastic light piping. Also.
Light piping.
He's a fantastic follow-up. I mean, he's literally the original toy how you would have wanted it
definitely. It's like it's a faithful update to the original toy.
Like, you could scale him up or down and just perfect. And even the third-party KFC one is just like, it gives a shit.
You have that one.
I bought it because it was super cheap, and I'm a Cyclonus whore, so you can flip his wrist back to his plane mode and plug the gun in like a movie or Prime era blaster. Like that, where his hand becomes the... For no particular reason.
It just does.
It just does it.
You don't question it. It just does.
And I guess just for a quick added bonus, because, I want him to have fists or whatever, because I like fisting.
Fisting.
So this gun magically transforms into a tiny little man. Those are two guys just hanging out. This is like the reverse Chrome Dome Rewind stitch that I was going with.
Except for he's kind of got a thing with tailgate.
Yeah, okay, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
So, Reveal the Shield or Universe
I've got
Cyclonus.
a tailgate, actually.
Amazing figure. Like this, until they do like a masterpiece mold, this is probably going to be the best Cyclonus you could ever pull out. So, if you don't have it, sucks, bro.
Sucks to be you, because they don't make them anymore. You gotta buy them on eBay.
And then Make Toys is going to be doing the...
their tailgate figure comes with like add-ons for this figure.
To make him the More Than Meets the Eye with the one horn and the sword and the better, like, the haunch fill out and everything. So, get him.
Solid figure.
Get it.
Well, let's move on. We're what was it, about 3 for each of us now?
We're
Shot 3. So I guess
shots.
This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. So we're like halfway through.
Yeah.
With mine.
Yeah.
All right. I filled this one up. Oh my god, I filled it way too much.
I did it in the last round.
Ah, fuck.
Eat it. We're almost done. You might notice back behind us there are Transformers waiting in the wings. Because they're jets. I see jets back there. Let's do it.
Okay.
So never podcast and shots and bots again.
I'm fine with it.
Okay,
I'm good.
Anyway.
This is Sandstorm by Darude. Darude?
Hmm?
I can't even think of how Sandstorm goes right now.
No, I can't either.
Why can't I? Sandstorm is like one of the most popular techno songs ever, And all I have in my head is that stupid Strong Bad song. That's not how it goes. So, oh my god. So,
Springer was great.
So, this is a remold of Generation Springer.
And who was already an amazing figure.
He's an amazing figure. I feel like, personally, this takes Springer and just nails it. One of the things, so I'm starting him off in car mode here, but I guess in Dune Buggy mode. One of the differences here is one of the reasons I like him. So these are his big wheels. Springer just had he looked like a Batmobile. This guy kind of looks like a Mad Max.
Definitely.
Like a Mad Max, sort of like armored. He's got like armored windshield kind of thing going on
here. Like a total like Rob Zombie, Dragula, stupid tire.
In the back of my Dragula. Yeah, definitely. I've never been a big fan of weapons on vehicles, but I feel like on this one it kind of works because he's just like, what the fuck is this?
Because the Cyclonus, even with Nightstick on top, looks fucking stupid.
It looks stupid.
But this, it looks like a gun that you would imagine on a Dragula Mad Max Doom Buggy.
Definitely.
That is painted like a bumblebee.
So he's a triple changer. This is his car mode. He turns into like a we call it VTOL, just vertical takeoff, and landing or whatever it's called. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and transform him into that.
Because the original toy was just Doom Buggy to helicopter.
Doom Buggy to helicopter is what it was. So this is sort of updated because I mean Springer is car and helicopter.
Yeah. So they're not really that dissimilar.
They're not dissimilar, but I feel like they differentiated enough to make it interesting.
But even in the original toys, there was also car to helicopter, Doom Buggy to helicopter.
Yeah, but it was a completely different toy. Yeah. And one of the cool things about the original toy, and one of the reasons I like this, is the helicopter part wasn't reliant on a separate accessory. So like with Springer, if you lose that sword, that helicopter blade, he's basically a car and then a helicopter without the blade.
Yeah.
Whereas on the original toy and this one, the alternate figure is built in. Like you couldn't lose it. He's gonna be either or. There's nothing you can do about it unless you physically just break it off, which is one of the things I like about it.
Although, like he's still like the car helicopter.
Sure.
And then broadside. And it's great because he's either the world's tiniest aircraft carrier and a plane, or the world's biggest plane and an aircraft carrier.
Right, you know, which doesn't make sense either way.
Either way, it's
those are
dumb as shit.
Well, it's not really any dumber than like your main character becoming a gun.
I mean, granted, but I mean, like I felt like the Decepticon side of it had it thought out a little bit better. Even though Octane's entire function was just to carry gas to people, no matter which mode he was in.
Either mode. He's a cargo plane or he's a tanker.
Which I feel like you need Octane to make out with this guy because they were like best friends in the cartoon.
There was that one episode where they were just like the best friends.
Yeah. Warpath's cool and all, but why is
he's
he
not
like
cool.
A regular size guy when all the other tiny size guys are tiny
size guys?
I get it, he's a tank, but there could be little tanks. Dwarves need tanks. Right?
They do.
I would imagine.
They need someone to look up to. I guess. I'm almost here.
Don't worry. It's the folly of the triple changer.
Oh my god. So triple changers usually suffer from a syndrome where it's like one vehicle mode has to suffer for the other one. Like you can't have a perfect vehicle mode on both modes when it also has to be something else. And I feel like the way they did this, I honestly feel like that's not really an issue here. I feel like for what they've done, and I'm just going to say this is good enough for this.
Because you got to robot some too?
Yeah, I got to robot some too. I mean, this is sort of a helicopter VTOL.
Turn your arm.
There we go. So yeah, these are clearly wheels here. But when you look at them up here, they actually spin. They've got fans. So he's basically just like a VTOL. Like he can just kind of fly around. So this to me, this is awesome.
Yeah,
I love this.
I kind of regret I didn't buy him now that I'm looking at him.
That you're looking at him?
Yeah.
I like him. I like his colors better than I like Springer's. I like the orange. I like it's like. So I thought this was green. I always thought this was green. And then today Lily's like,
It's yellow.
This is very yellow.
See, I always wonder. I always wonder what Transformers was like through a colorblind person's eyes, because
it's different.
Like I always wonder, like the characters I like,
it's very
color-wise,
different.
Like what are they?
So I'm gonna go ahead and get him in robot mode, and just like he's basically the same as Springer as far as robot mode goes, which is solid. What figure that you never bought that you regret not buying?
Lugnut.
Lugnut.
From Reveal the Shield. We were talking about
it earlier.
Yeah.
Reveal the Shield Lugnut easily. That or the Titan Metroplex.
Yeah, I never bought him either.
Yeah.
I even held him in my hands,
Yeah.
thought about it, but I wasn't full on into collecting when he came out.
After owning the Devastator, the Titan class Devastator there, I honestly kind of regret not buying him. But Lugnut more than anything else. Yeah. So okay. So
gun him?
Yeah, I'll gun him.
He's got a gun and turn his head. He's gotta face the camera.
Gotta face the camera.
Start time.
So man, so this is Sandstorm in his robot mode. I love his wings on the back here, the little VTOL wheel things.
Honestly, from the waist down, looks very Springer.
He's the same. The only thing different, the only thing missing from Springer are the wheels. The wheels. Springer has wheels here, and he doesn't need them because these are the wheels in the back. And he doesn't have the Springer, the helicopter parts, the fins on the back of the helicopter, which is one of the reasons I like him a little more, because I feel like his feet are a little more clean.
Yeah.
I just gotta pop him in a little better.
Quickly interrupt. This is like the most dynamic retool I've ever seen.
Definitely, he's a huge retool. He's not just a recolor.
Yeah, you could tell me this is a different figure, and I would not have guessed any different.
Absolutely. I feel like the front of the car parts are different. He definitely has like dune buggy-ish kind of like piping, I guess. These parts make it a lot more interesting. I love his head. His head is fantastic. It just looks very Autobot-esque. It looks like a solid Transformer. So definitely Sandstorm I like better than Springer, and Springer is a solid figure. So Springer is let's say Springer is like a 9 out of 10. This guy is easily a 10 out of 10. I also feel like he pegs together a little better than Springer does in his car mode. Springer had gap problems, whereas I feel like when you do it right, he does not. Anyway, Sandstorm. Sandstorm's good.
Get him.
Get him.
All right.
Find him.
Let's do this.
Do it. Come by, my friend. Number 6.
So everybody know the third party at the table.
Nice.
Arguably an easy transformation, but I've been drinking. So
arguably, I like that.
This is Unique Toys Sharky. This is one of the 3.
You get 3 with the pack.
This is the leader class because he's got the fuchsia lips as opposed to the purple. A lot of people love the iGear figures because I've heard the iGear ones a little more solid.
iGear being a company that doesn't even exist anymore.
The only real issues are these horns here pop out really easily. So you always want to take them out for transformation anyway, so I'll just pull them out now. But I think honestly the iGear ones have more of like a slanted head. These ones look like a friggin' Sharkticon.
That looks like
this.
That
looks
like a
exactly like out of the movie.
Yeah.
The other ones have that weird slanted head and the arms aren't quite right, but
you know the things I love about having like third-party figures is like things sharp like these teeth. These teeth are sharp.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about like making things not sharp for little kids.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
they just make things are sharp.
Well, even if you look at these fins on the back, like these are sharp as hell.
Yeah.
So
I learned that. I think the first time I realized that was with the Fans Project toys, and I was like, "Damn, this is sharp," because they don't have to dumb it down for kids.
Taking off the tail.
Because if you're buying your kids third-party Transformers, you're rich and dumb.
Yeah.
And not or.
And or dumb. So I'm gonna try to transform this guy. I haven't transformed him in a million years, so let's see how this goes.
It's very G1-esque.
He has a very ingenious, because he's got a big fat body, so he's got this really ingenious transformation. This really ingenious transformation where you kind of lift him up and apart, and everything is kind of hidden, and so you get these cool legs that pop out, and you turn around. One thing's annoying is you have to remember to switch the arms, otherwise you get kind of screwed up in the transformation, which I'm glad, even though I'm drunk, I remember how to do. So, you can be a functioning alcoholic, by the way. Also, you gotta make sure the head is popped into place, otherwise your Sharky's head just kind of flops around. Oh, I dropped the shoulder pad. That's the other thing. He has parts that kind of fall off when you're putting them together. That's just kind of an old school, unique toys bonus mode, I guess. They pop back on.
Is Unique Toys your favorite third party?
Not my favorite. It's just I mean,
I feel like you own more.
I owned a bit of them just because
I feel like you own more Unique Toys than anything else.
They made a lot of characters I like. That's what it was.
King, you got their Warlord.
I got their Warlord because it was cheap. Again, with the
That's
shoulder
true.
pad.
Of all the different Predacons, Warlord is the cheapest.
It's the cheapest,
and he's not terrible.
No, and honestly, he's a great looking figure.
He's not the same. He's a little smaller. He's more on the scale with like Green Giant and Quantron as far as size
he looks
goes.
great. He's slim. He's trim. He just has an issue with his hips. That's the main issue with him.
Doesn't everyone?
Don't tell me, brother. So he's a really quick transformation. A lot of his stuff is hidden inside of him, which is really great. Even though he's kind of shell formery, but he's a big fat Sharkticon.
Yeah,
and they're big and rotund anyway.
That's just how Sharkticons work.
Yeah. So that's and then you can. It took off the little horns. They kind of fit in the same spot. They're kind of a pain in the butt, which is the only real gripe I have with them. Otherwise, I genuinely love these Sharkies. I love you get a 3-pack of them.
How much were they?
When I got them on eBay for like $80.
$80 for 3?
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's like a little over.
You can totally see this one has like the grimace. The other ones have like a little smirk and a little straight face.
Yeah.
But this is the leader, so he's got that little like, I'm a snarling guy. I'm snarling real quick.
That's like $26, $27 a piece.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
And I mean, it's not a bad little figure. You put I brought the gun. You can't really use it in robot mode, which kind of sucks. But you clip the tail in, and bam, you got yourself a little fighty Sharkticon. You wouldn't think, though, that he balances really well, but he does. That's the weirdest part about it. He's got ankle tilt, which really kind of helps.
That helps. Ankle tilt is like, you have to have it.
And the only thing about him is, even though he's got a big backpack, kind of like Sandstorm, it's really hollow. Because when you transform him, all the legs and the head and everything goes inside. And even though you transform it, you turn the head around, and it's just got these little nubs.
The nubs.
So when you see it on mouth mode, you don't really even think it's anything at all. So a really good figure, definitely worth. And usually you see these ones on sale all the time for like $80, even on TF Source and stuff. Yeah. So if you want to make a Sharky army, go nuts.
Be rich.
If you get the Impossible Toys old Quintesson figures, like I had luckily got one a long time ago, you got yourself a little cool.
Didn't the Impossible Toys that made the whatever the alligator one was?
Yeah, the Alicon.
Alicon, yeah.
So honestly, I love the Sharkies. I'm sure the iGear ones are probably great, but that shark mode, because I used to keep him in little robot mode, but I keep the other two in shark mode because the shark mode I think is the great one. But yeah, you get 3, so you can kind of do whatever you want.
Yeah, why not? Why not both?
So, Unique Toys Sharky.
Done.
Go nuts.
All right.
We're going double space jets. There's like 2 more of these rounds, you know what I mean? Like,
well, this one and then one more.
Yeah.
But I only have to do like one more shot after this one. Damn it! I can't get this back on.
I really do like your problem. I love your toy room.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
It's making me think of like, how can I fix up mine?
Your room already looks good. All right, so I'm gonna do a shot. I'm gonna do my shot now.
For this round, we both chose space jets. Present them.
Present.
They are space jets. Jets you would see in the future.
Yes, they are futuristic space jets. So this is Generations. This is actually one of the last Generations figure they did before switching over to Combiner Wars.
Well, it's still Generations, but now they got a subtitle.
It has a subtitle, but this is just strict Generations. And it's the only Headmaster figure I think Hasbro's ever made in forever. So this is an homage to, not an homage, it just is Brainstorm. And what I like about he's basically an R-Wing fighter from Star Fox.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what he is. He's an R-Wing. And you can't say no, he's not. I actually have mine repro labeled up.
Hey, look at his little silver gunny.
Yeah, he's got silver guns. He's got all these little orange glow bits or green glow bits.
Which, if you read the comics more than meets the eye, he looks spot on.
Yeah.
Although, have we ever seen him in jet mode in more than meets
the eye? No,
eye?
he just has a briefcase.
Yeah.
Which I need to find.
We need to get
we need to get briefcases. So I'm glad that I chose him because I'm getting pretty drunk. And he's very simplistic in his transformation, which thank fucking God. Anyway, he's still fun to transform. He's fun to play with. I find the ones with more simplistic ones are more fun to play
I know.
with.
I'm the same way.
The hard ones, you're like, okay, it's like you did it one time, but then you don't want to touch it after a while because it's like, that's going to stay how it is.
And it's usually a character you really like.
This, fun fact, this is actually my girlfriend, Lily. This is her favorite Transformer.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm like halfway done here.
Yeah, that's the beauty about this figure. But
so, this is, he's done. What do you think? Looks good, right? Just kidding. So, he's got a little pilot on here. And this, so, you got to give Hasbro props for what they did. This is definitely a headmaster, but from the side, like, he's got these weirdly weird arms. Because on the back of him, he's just a head.
Yeah. It wasn't as ingenious in transformation as the Fans Project Code figure that was earlier.
Any other headmaster from third-party figures I've ever used, the headmaster transformations are a lot more ingenious.
I mean,
this guy literally, you just fold his legs up behind him like that, and he is a head, and that's it.
The Fans Project Sigma,
yeah,
Mind Wipe figure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Man, that headmaster is genius.
It is genius because it kind of folds away. So even when he's in robot mode, you can't tell he's a head. Anyway, so one of the cool gimmicks that this guy has, when you put his head in here, it kind of comes down with the stats, just like an original Transformer did. They used to do that back in the day.
The old headmaster.
The old headmasters. When you popped in their head, it came out with like how strong was it? Strength, speed, and intelligence.
Which one does he rank highest?
He's actually the same for speed and intelligence. He's weak as shit. Well, it actually says that. He has a slight ankle tilt, which is pretty cool. But he's got a really good. He's got good proportions. He's got good articulation. His guns do come off on the back here, but I like the way they look there. I never take them off. He never holds his guns. They just stay there. But this is a Generations Brainstorm, and he's a solid figure. Definitely crazy. And really, this is one of those figures, if you can afford it, which is not that expensive, get the Reaper labels for him. Because it's
all the red right here.
The red here, the silver, these little orange bits everywhere. They just kind of make it pop. So I highly recommend getting the Reaper labels for them. I think this is like $6 with $3 shipping. So definitely a shout out to Reaper labels. Grab those. They make this guy really worth it. And get this guy because he's a good figure.
If you can find him.
If you can find him. Your turn.
All right. Salute.
Nailed it.
It's just weird because
out of a Dave and Buster. That's like a mug. It's not even a shot glass. It's like a tiny mug.
As I mentioned earlier, I also chose Space Fighter. This is Make Toys Ripper, which was like, I don't even know which con it was. Con exclusive for a strafe figure for Make Toys Computron.
It's a repaint.
I don't remember what the name of the third-party strafe figure was.
Hold on, I'll think of it. It is Blind Fire.
Yeah, he has that.
I have it. It's up there. He's white instead of like a cream color.
The thing about this figure is, before I even transform it, is he's a shattered glass.
Yeah.
Homage.
So he's like a Decepticon version of an Autobot.
So he's Cutthroat, but in strafe form. So his name is Ripper, which I've heard is supposed to be like a thing about like Jack the Ripper was a cutthroat. But like, there's already Ripper Snapper, which implies he should be Ripper Snapper.
They're both from the same
from Abominus.
Abominus, Cutthroat.
Yeah, because Computron and Abominus were
they were rivals.
So I don't get the name thing, but whatever. But I feel like he's a really simple kind of figure. He's got some kibble. He's got a really easy, fun
easy transformation.
Just pop down his legs.
It's kind of interesting they left this bit in here because the only thing that serves is for the combiner port.
Yeah. Yeah, you just pop down the old toes here, flip back.
I like how his feet click in.
Yeah. Really awesome little.
So
It's super
boom,
simple
ripper.
transmission.
Yeah, very simple.
You can really put the accessories like his little horns and guns anywhere you want. My configuration was shown in the video for I like trying to give him wings, trying to give him the whole cutthroat look, like his abominous counterpart. Give him some little wing guys here, and then just put the guns in his hand. And these guns are like a really cool, vibrant, see-through purple. His colors are great. This figure just has that kind of Revolve Tech,
Definitely.
Figma look to him. The mold is great.
Great articulation.
For as small as he is, this is an amazing figure. I mean, I really kind of wish they did the whole Quantron series in Shattered Glass colors.
I honestly thought they would.
But at the same time, like, this is a great standalone figure. I would recommend this standalone. If you can find this one, hands down. If not, get
You got him for
Quantron.
60?
60 is usually.
Yeah.
You quit 60 is
By himself?
for fair. Yeah, I found
Or like 400 for Quantron, because they
found-
only sell him in a box
Yeah,
set.
I found him from a collector who sells it on the fair because he's a really good guy. But
Yeah.
like I said, you get Quantron, you get Strafe anyway, but you're gonna be
Yeah.
compelled to do Quantron when you do it. So yeah,
Definitely.
bam,
Done.
got it.
Get it.
All right,
All right. We're rounding out. This is number 9. I'm going to do my
and
shot.
10.
9 and 10. Do my shot here. Oh, God.
Almost done.
So my last bot that I'm doing, this is Generations Jaxus. Jax. There's an H in there. Jaxus.
Jaxus.
I'm going Jaxus. Like,
Yeah,
all right,
I see
you
what
got it?
you
You got it?
what you're doing. Yeah.
So he is a retool, a heavy retool for the Armada Starscream. Generations Armada. Yeah, not the original Armada, but like the Generations Armada. Which, you know what, was an interesting. It was an interesting choice they made to make that figure, which is weird.
I liked working the comics too. Like
They did.
that Starscream.
That
was
Starscream-
his new body.
He got a new body, so
prior
he
to the
he
Dark-
became the Armada Starscream.
Yeah.
And
Read more than meets the eye.
Jaxus, this and then this Jaxus doesn't ever look like this.
No.
Except for one time when he's trying.
He fights Starscream.
He fights Starscream.
And he's like,
And he just-
I'm gonna cosplay to win.
Yes.
And then loses because Starscream realizes that there are weapons in his new body he didn't know about. Who designs his body?
What the hell? So that's how that storyline
Yeah.
worked. Not the best storyline.
But I guess at least we got a Jaxus figure.
We got a Jaxus figure.
I know he mentioned he's colorblind. I don't know if you see. This is like the most obnoxious orange.
it's like a highlighter
It's
orange.
disgusting. It looks like you sprayed a bunch of like really terrible 90s silly
I
string
did.
everywhere.
I did.
And it's that orange color. And he's
What's
transformed. But
One of the things I like about him though is he comes with actual guns.
yeah.
So the Starscream comes with swords.
Swords.
And the original figure had the sword that
Yeah.
was a wing kind of thing.
But that
Nobody cares
yeah.
about swords. Guns are where it's at. I guess one of the neat things about these figures, you have some options. When you move his waist down, his head automatically appears, which is kind of neat. The difference in this one and the Starscream
Because they don't tell you to do this.
they don't tell you to do this, but his nose cone folds up and then kind of folds inside to give him a little bit more of a, I don't know, a rounded look. It looks better, I guess.
It fills his weird wasp waist. You know, like that. The
Yeah.
weird, like the body, and then like that tiny part, and then like the thorax. Or whatever.
Yeah, it makes it look
it
not as weird.
Accidentally fills.
So
in
it fills in from the
gap.
side.
Yeah.
You can put the wings up all
Attack mode.
attack mode or down. I like it down like that. And then you can put, so that's him. I'm gonna put his guns in. He's a super easy transformation, and thank God, because he's articulated very well. His head is spot on G-axis. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get that in there.
Like that is the one
That-
from the G2
that's-
comics in the 90s.
Yeah.
That is the G-axis we all know.
That's
and
G-axis's
RC
head.
hates.
Yeah. Oh, RC hates G-axis. G-Axis. It's a weird name. It's not even a Transformer name.
No, it's.
Well, it's from the G2.
Yeah,
like
it
the
was the Furman.
Yeah.
They were gonna say G-Axis. It's like a total British thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, British people.
Sorry, we like you British people mostly.
We love you.
His feet.
You didn't pull out his feet.
I didn't pull out his feet. My bad.
He's got to rock his heels, bro.
He's got to rock those heels. So anyway, this is G-Axis. This is how it kind of normally looks, and then his just like the original Armada Starscream, and he's even got Minicon ports, which is pretty cool. But they don't do anything like on that. You can just kind of push these out.
But
I'm not gonna fire it. I'm not gonna fire it.
Just shoot your computer.
I don't want to shoot at my computer. I don't want to.
It's on my computer.
It didn't do anything. It didn't do shit. What the fuck? So anyway, the only downside of doing this, because it looks cooler from the front, but from the side,
yeah,
it looks stupid. So I like keeping these down back like that.
The other difference is Starscream doesn't have these gigantic knees.
Yeah, he has if he needs
so
you,
hard.
like if he went like, sure, you kid with his knee, you'd be
over.
done. You'd be done.
Yeah,
there's nothing you can fucking do about that.
I think you pull the whole Sagat tiger.
Oh, definitely
knee.
tiger. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So
he's not a bad figure. He's
just
a figure.
So you know what, G-Axis, well, he's just a repaint / somewhat retool of Starscream Armada. I like him. I like him a little better than Starscream Armada, honestly.
Well, I hate Starscream. So.
Well, Starscream's a dick. That's it for me.
All right, my turn for the last one.
Do it. Bleh. Nope. No puking. We're professionals. Consummate professionals at not.
I don't know why I chose tequila.
Yeah, you did. I did not choose tequila. I just
anyway
whiskey.
I chose to push my way out further. I chose Universe Darkwind.
Darkwind.
It's been a while since I said his name.
Darkwind Duck.
And he's just a repaint of Toys R Us exclusive. Repaint of Silverbolt. Universe Silverbolt.
Yep. Who didn't have any other jets? He was just Silverbolt.
Which he looks like Silverbolt. Like, not gonna lie, but
he's a Blackbird.
He also looks like Darkwind.
Yeah.
Honestly, as much as the Universe Silverbolt was cool, these colors are fucking kicking. This is a solid fucking figure.
Yeah.
Like, had him for a while. He does this sound gimmicks. This is a super easy transformation, I think. I can't remember what I was doing. Down the landing gear. Pop back his old noggin. And it's great because when you pop back his noggin, they were at least courteous enough to give you another button to keep doing sound effects. Because what's the point?
There's no point.
You can fold down the wings if you want to. It really doesn't matter what you're going to do with him. Now he also suffers from I'm a body with a plane or a plane with a body syndrome. Documented. Something with jets you just kind of learn to accept. But I mean, this is a Silverbolt repaint, and you know what Silverbolt.
I feel like with Silverbolt, it's weird if he didn't do that because that's just Silverbolt at this. Even the original G1 toy was the same.
Heels.
Look,
because Decepticons love
those
their heels.
Good ratchets.
What I love about this is I always love those dumb figures where their thighs or something like bam. I got thighs. Pop out the heels.
Thighs for
now,
days.
The thing about this transformation, even though it's super easy, is this simple sound effect.
That's not fair. That's not fair. I want one Transformer that does that. I don't have any Transformers that do that. I hate you.
Let's just finish the job. So here he is. Nip landing gear in tow. Heels out. Let's make him guns ablaze. So even though it's super simple transformation and I am slightly drunk now.
Looks good.
I can't recommend this figure enough.
He just looks like a robot with a plane backpack.
He's seriously a Silverbolt repaint, but he is more Silverbolt than I would ever have wanted. This is Darkwind.
Well, he's a Decepticon. He's got better colors than Silverbolt.
Because he's got these turquoise blues and purples for the colorblind folks out there. Some grays. Plus, I don't care. No matter what this figure is worth to you, this is everything.
I hate him.
Everything.
Everything. I hate all of them.
That's it.
Awesome. Well, that's all. That's it for us. Thank you for watching. Please stop that. Please stop that. Please stop that. Please. Oh my God. You're the worst. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned for more stuff. I've been Mike.
And I've been Zach.
And we like Transformers a lot, so you should like us too. Because we're cool. And so are you.
I'm not cool.